Dear students, welcome back. Today in this class I am going to tell you about your subject enrichment activities, and we'll solve few sums from your examination also. As you know, you are supposed to do 3 activities in one academic year. So I am going to give you the topic of all the 3 activities, and I'll tell you how to do them, and then you will complete the activities or the projects as early as possible, and whenever you are called to submit those projects or activities, you have to do that. So the first subject enrichment activity is draw a pie chart of the given data and the data is given like this. Here it is, color of flowers in a garden and number of flowers. Means you are given that how many flowers of which color are there in the garden. Now the colors are red, blue, green, yellow, pink and white. Okay, and the number of flowers 36, 12, 3, 8, 9 and 4. These are the number of flowers. Now I'll briefly tell you what you have to do in this activity. For this activity you have to take 2 punch sheets, one side ruled and one side blank. I repeat, you need 2 punch sheets, one side blue, one side ruled and one side blank. Now on one ruled side you have to make the cover page. In the cover page you have to write the name, class, section, then maths activity 1 and the name of the activity pie chart. Is it clear? So in the first on one ruled side you have to make the cover page. You can decorate the cover page also, and in the cover page the information given should be name, class, section, roll number, then maths activity 1 and name of the activity pie chart. That you have to write. Now on the second ruled side of the second punch sheet you have to write down this question, and you have to do all the calculations, means calculating those angles, those central angles. You have to use one ruled side. Now if you think that one ruled side is not sufficient, for writing the question and doing the calculation, you can add a third punch sheet also. Same, one side ruled and one side blank. Now, when you do all the calculations, now on the punch sheet on which you have made the cover page on the ruled side, at its back, means on the blank side, you have to draw the pie chart. You have to make a big circle and then all the angles properly marked. You have to draw the pie chart. Now you can add your own creativity here. You can shade them with different colors, different sectors you can shade them with different colors. So you have to make your project, your activity attractive. Clear? That is your first project. As I told you, do it as early as possible. Don't wait for the last date of submission. You just complete it and keep it with you. Whenever I call you, you have to come and submit the project. Now the activity 2. Draw neat diagram. Draw neat diagram of the following quadrilaterals and write 5 properties of each quadrilateral. Now what are the quadrilaterals? The first one, square. The second one, rectangle. The third one, rhombus. And the fourth one is a parallelogram. Fourth one is a parallelogram. So now I will repeat the question. Draw neat diagram of the following quadrilaterals and write 5 properties of each quadrilateral. The name of the quadrilaterals are square, rectangle, rhombus and parallelogram. Now I'll explain how to do this project. You need 3 punch sheets this time. You need 3 punch sheets, one side ruled and one side blank. Once again, on one ruled side, you have to make the cover page. You have to decorate it. The cover page will be same as in the activity 1. The only difference, it is maths activity 2. In the first activity you have written maths activity 1. Here it is maths activity 2. And the name of the project or the name of the activity will be properties of quadrilaterals. Clear? There you have written pie chart. Now you will write properties of quadrilaterals and you will decorate it properly. Now you have 3 punch sheets. On one punch sheet on the ruled side you have made the cover page. Now at the back of that punch sheet, means on the blank side, you have to divide it in 2 parts means you have to draw a horizontal line at the middle and you have to divide it into two parts. Now on the top part you make a square, a neat diagram of a square, perfect square, and on the lower half you draw a rectangle. Now take another punch sheet and on the ruled side, on the upper half, write down the heading square and write 5 properties with the numbering, and in the lower half write down the heading rectangle and with the numbering you write down 5 properties of a rectangle. Now at the back of this punch sheet you again draw a horizontal line dividing it into two halves, and on the upper half you make a rhombus and in the lower half you make a parallelogram, and all the diagrams should be captioned with the name of that quadrilateral at the bottom. And when you make the diagram, now on the third punch sheet on the ruled side, in the upper half you write down the heading rhombus and write 5 properties of rhombus, and in the lower half you write down the heading parallelogram and you write down 5 properties of parallelogram. Okay, so now you have 3 sheets. Compile all the 3 sheets together in order and then staple them and keep it with you. Whenever I call for the submission, you have to come and submit it. Same for the first project also, first activity also. There were 2 punch sheets, maybe 3. You just staple them and keep them with you for submission. Okay, so this is your activity number 2, and now I am going to tell you activity number 3. So in the activity number 3, the question is, draw a neat diagram of a cylinder. Draw a neat diagram of a cylinder and write the formula for its volume, curved surface area and total surface area. So you have to make a diagram, you have to make a neat diagram of a cylinder, and then you have to write the formula for its volume with the meaning of the symbols, the curved surface area and the total surface area. Once again, you need only 2 punch sheets, one side ruled and one side blank. On one punch sheet on the ruled side, you will make the cover page, and in the cover page you have to write down the name, class, section, roll number. And now it will be maths activity number 3, and the name of the activity, cylinder. I repeat, it will be maths activity number 3 and name of the activity will be cylinder. Now, at the back of this cover page, on the blank side, you have to make a very neat diagram of a cylinder. Now, this diagram of the cylinder carries few marks. Okay, so make it as neatly as possible, as accurate as possible, and then after the diagram on the second punch sheet on the ruled side, you have to write down the heading cylinder, and then you write down the formula for volume of the cylinder, curved surface area of the cylinder, and total surface area of the cylinder. Make sure that you explain about the symbols used there, like what is pi, what is r, what is h, that you must explain. So these are the 3 activities that you have to do. No last date. Any day I will say tomorrow bring all the 3 activities. So I suggest, without wasting time, do them as early as possible. Okay. Now, as I told you, I am going to tell you one question from your subjective assessment exam. It was the question number 18. The first equation was 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 7. That is equation number 1. 3x plus 4y plus 5z is equal to 7. That is equation number 2. And 3x plus 5y plus 6z is equal to 9. That is equation number 3. Now I have given you a lot of practice on these algebra simultaneous equation questions, but still most of you have done it wrong, this question in your exam. So that is why I am going to tell you this question. Now, first of all, from 2 equations we have to eliminate either x or y or z. Which 2 equations you are going to choose, that is up to you. Which variable you are going to eliminate, that is also up to you. But I can only suggest that if you take the second and third equation, you see the coefficient of x are the same, so we can directly cancel them. So subtract equation 2 from equation 3. That means we will write down the equation 3 first, that is 3x plus 5y plus 6z is equal to 9, and below it you write down 3x plus 4y plus 5z is equal to 7. And now as we are subtracting, we have to change the sign, minus, 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 minus. This is cancelled. Now 5y minus 4y is y, and 6z minus 5z will be z, is equal to 9 minus 7 is 2. So this is equation number 4. So we have got an equation in y and z only. That means from 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, whatever, we have to cancel x again, so that we can get another equation in y and z. So here you see it is 2, it is 3. So multiply first equation by 3 and second equation by 2. Multiply equation 1 by 3 and equation 2 by 2. So it is 6x plus 9y plus 12z is equal to 14, and 6x plus 8y plus 10z is equal to 14, because we are multiplying, we are multiplying first equation by 3, so it should be 21, okay, because 7 3s are 21, okay, and the second one is 14. Now change the sign, minus, minus, minus and minus, this is cancelled. 9y minus 8y will be y only, 12z minus 10z will be 2z, so plus 2z is equal to 21 minus 14 will be 7, that is equation number 5. Now if you see equation 4 and equation 5, we have two equations with only y and z, and coefficient of y is same also, so simply from 5 you subtract equation 4, so subtract 5 from 4 and subtract 4 from 5. 4 from 5 means y plus 2z is equal to 7, and that was y plus z is equal to 2. Y plus z is equal to 2. Now as we are subtracting, change the sign. This is cancelled. 2z minus z is z, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So you see the first answer, z is equal to 5. Z is equal to 5. Here we have found z is equal to 5. Now you put z is equal to 5 over here, then y will be equal to 2 minus 5. If you put z equal to 5 here, so y is equal to 2 minus 5, that is minus 3. So we have found y is equal to minus 3. Now you put both the values z and y say in equation 1. Okay. So from equation 1, if you put the values of x and z and y in equation 1, we will have 2x plus 3 into minus 3 plus 4 into 5 is equal to 7. Means 2x, this is minus 9 plus 20. Minus 9 plus 20 is plus 11 is equal to 7. So 2x will be equal to minus 4. That gives you x is equal to minus 2. So we have found x is equal to minus 2. So that is our answer. X is equal to minus 2, y is equal to minus 3 and z is equal to 5. X is equal to minus 2, y is equal to minus 3 and z is equal to 5. That is our answer. So in the next class, I'll tell you few more questions for your from your examination. So now this is all for today, but make sure all of you make the projects because they carry some marks, and if you don't make the projects, you are going to lose those marks. Okay.